I've actually been excited for Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch for a while, and today is finally the day. I actually just played it for about an hour, and sadly, I have some thoughts. Hello everybody, my name is Gabe. If this is your first time on the channel, I would appreciate if you maybe hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are not already subscribed so that you don't miss any of my future content. But with that out of the way, Apex Legends is out now for Nintendo Switch. Let's jump in. Right off the bat, I just want to throw a little disclaimer out there. This was never going to be the best place to play Apex Legends. I understand that, I am aware of that, and everything I'm about to say somehow still stands. 720p when docked, 30 FPS, supposedly it oftentimes isn't 30 FPS, but boy oh boy does this game look very unattractive. And again, the Switch isn't a powerhouse. We expected it to not look as good as other places, but not only does it not look as good, which again, we all knew, okay? We gotta be fair. We knew that going in, but it looks so bad. The draw distance is so terrible. There are times when like I was aiming at an enemy and I couldn't really tell if it was an enemy or a rock. It was that laughably bad. I've played over 100 hours of Apex. I am by no means an expert. I'm not amazing at the game or anything. I'm just a casual Apex player who really likes the game. And the Switch version is unplayable for me. And I feel like if you spent a lot of time with it on other platforms and you know how it runs and plays elsewhere, this is also going to be unplayable. Even when playing this on the go, I don't think that this is good enough whatsoever. I do want to commend EA for trying. I want to commend Sucker Punch for, again, trying, but the experience is just not good. One thing I will say, please, for the love of God, turn off crossplay. If you get matched up against people that are on other platforms, you're screwed. They're playing at double the frame rate, minimum, if not more. So that's not going to be a good time for you. Nobody wants to be frustrated by just being unsuccessful over and over and over. So turn off crossplay. That is very exciting. The game has gyro. Gyro works just as well as it does in any other Switch game, any other Switch shooter. It's fine. But man, I'm so bummed out because I think even if this was a stable 30 and looked just a little bit better, it would have been such a better experience. They were almost there. They really were. And maybe some patches could make it get right to that finish line later on down the line. But for now, I don't want to play it on Nintendo Switch so much anymore. And it's sad because I want to be able to play this in bed. Like I've always like dreamt. Not actually dreamt, but I've always wanted to play this in bed while, you know, watching a movie with my girlfriend or whatever, because I really like playing Apex Legends. And there are times where it gets me in trouble because I'll be here in the office just playing and playing. She's like, hey man, come to bed. And I wish I could just grab my Switch and take it with me. And now that that's the case, I can do that. But since this is so inferior, I can't. It's gonna lead to a bad time. I do want to give them props for one thing though, and that's that it's really easy to find a match. You can just hop on, even with crossplay disabled, you just start a match and it finds people very quickly. So it does seem like a player base is there to try the game out. And who knows, maybe they have nothing like this on Switch, except, you know, Fortnite is on Switch, but they don't have anything quite like this on Switch. So they give it a try and they like it. And as long as there's a player base there, with crossplay disabled, because again, I think it's a big problem if you're playing with crossplay, I think the game will be all right. There were times, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the footage that I end up choosing for this video here, but the frame rate drops to like the 20s, if not below that. It's crazy how bad that gets. And the question I ask myself, and the question I don't really have an answer to, is if you have absolutely nowhere else to play, you don't have an Xbox, you don't have a PlayStation, you don't have a PC, although you don't need a crazy good PC to be able to run Apex in some fashion, and whatever fashion you're able to run it will be better than this. Should you still play it even if you have nowhere else? Like, is this enough? And I'm leaning towards yes. If maybe you're like super new to battle royales, I feel like the experience is still cool enough that you will want to just keep giving it a try for a while. I'm honestly gonna play at least a couple of more hours to see if I can get used to the 30 FPS. And again, maybe there's some future patches that make it stable, because that's my issue right now with the frames per second. Not so much that it's 30, it's just that it's not a stable 30. So if you've never tried Apex, that's a very long-winded of saying, if you've never tried it, I feel like it's still maybe cool enough and fun enough to play with your friends. And that's very important. If you play this with friends, maybe the time goes by a little quicker, and you'll be okay. I mean, it's free. You lose absolutely nothing by trying it out, so I encourage you to do so. I do want to note that the resolution drops to like 540p or something when playing in handheld. It doesn't stay in 720p. 720p is only when it is docked. Season 8 is in full swing. We just got a new event introduced today with the latest patch, and this is up to date with absolutely everything. You get 30 free battle pass levels if you buy the battle pass for just playing on Switch whatsoever. You get a skin that's exclusive to Switch if you're playing on here. They're trying to incentivize players to jump in, and you know, definitely commend them for that too. But I feel that any seasoned player of any kind is not going to want to play on Switch. This ain't it, Chief. I'm sorry, this ain't it. And this makes me a little bit sad because I had so many high hopes for this. I don't know why, because I play the game every day almost anyways, whether it be on my PS5 or my PC. And I don't know why the Switch version had me excited, but I'm gonna be honest, it did. I wanted to try the game, and I'm bummed out that the first hour or so was just not fun. I was still able to get some kills, and I was still able to perform to my ability, which my ability isn't super high, but for the most part, yeah, man, if you can, play it elsewhere, I beg you. But what do you think? Are you picking up Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch? Again, it's a free download. You lose nothing for trying it out. So check it out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Maybe you really enjoy it and I'm a crazy guy. That's, you know, likely. Just as likely as anything else. Sound off in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Rate the video if you enjoy it. Hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, don't hit anything. Just gently walk out the door. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will catch you again very soon. Adios.